Most of the ladies from the Real Housewives of Atlanta have their own intro on my channel, but Porsha Williams' intro is the longest because most of the conversations and the back and forth have to do with how she got with her now husband. And most of you know the story, but the intro is a perfect way to get into the video. But if you have seen Porsha Williams' intro before, you can fast forward. This is just for the people who wants to sit through it because it is hilarious. I'm just giving you a warning because I do not want to get the, oh my goodness, get to the current content already. This intro is too long. You can always skip the intro and get straight to the current content.
I just feel like, even though you may not be married, it's just some things are just common sense of how to behave around a married couple. Mm-hmm. And for me, I don't even like to stand and look someone's husband eye to eye and carry on more than a 3-minute conversation. Mm-hmm. So when we go to exchange telephone numbers, like I was telling somebody the other day, every type of communication that you have with this couple needs to go through the wife. And you should know that at some point in your life. And if you overstep that boundary, then your intentions were wrong from the beginning.
Porsha wrote a coloring book about wanting to be R. Kelly's main girl despite him having a wife, leaving a woman that was screaming to be let out of R. Kelly's sex cult. She fantasized about her ex-husband being her man when he was in a public relationship with his baby mother. Then she's engaged to a dude whose soon-to-be ex-wife was her co-worker. She met both of them on the show at the same time and started an affair with him. So yeah, journalists are going to ask basic questions and not stroke your ego.
Damn. I'm sorry.
I work for Dish Nation. I am in the world of journalism. So my word
now she's a journalist. Journalism is.
So you're downplaying my job? This word right here is killing me. What's this?
Reciprocation?
Reciprocity.
Let me see, Porsha.
It's a bit. It's
reciprocity.
Reciprocity. No. No. Look at it. Come look at it. Come look at it.
Give me a minute.
Reciprocity.
Reciprocity. Hot mess, child.
I would like Porsha to spell scepter. No.
It's almost hurtful to me to watch her be so dumb.
Somebody wrote it. That's on 265 days a year. What is wrong with that?
Shout the season, man.
Porsha Williams coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta? That's false. But Porsha Williams is in the building. See y'all. Mwah.
Porsha captioned the video, season 16, let's go, peach emoji, hashtag RHOA, are y'all ready, okay, with those emojis. Kenya Moore responded, come on, sweet 16.
Well, I guess Porsha Williams is coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta because
Porsha Williams
just filed for divorce, child, and we don't even know if that's truly her real name because you all know I've been reporting about it that the man re-entered this country after being deported due to his criminal past under a fake name and fake identity. Got his paperwork under that fake identity and then decided to file for a citizenship in this country under his fake identity. And that's how he was caught. For those of you who missed that video, I will play everything else at the end. But if you want more information on Porsha filing for divorce, I have linked that video in the description below. Simon posted this in his Instagram story. It's going to disappear in 24 hours. He did not post this to his page permanently, but he wrote, "Will stop loving my wife when the divorce is final." He's basically saying that he's trying something different this time around. You know, he was allegedly cheating with Porsha way before she went to his house to introduce herself, okay? And then before the ink even dried on his divorce papers in his last marriage, he was already engaged to Porsha. So Simon is saying, you know what, this time around, I'm trying something different, okay? So, hey, this could be for a storyline and whatever, and we could work it out and whatever. But until we are legally divorced, I love my wife, and she's my wife, and that's where I am. Now, Porsha or sources did say that it was an ongoing matter that had nothing to do with immigration. Well, we shall see what that ongoing matter is when the Real Housewives of Atlanta premiere the new season. We shall see if Porsha is going to be teen. He didn't cheat. It was something else, because you already know women like that who were the ones cheating with the man. They don't want to be a part of the I told you so, even though this filing of divorce is a I told you so. It's the fact that he got with me and then did the same thing to me. Well, Dennis did the same thing to you. And also, Simon already cheated on Porsha, allegedly. But she was so blinded by the ring. And you know what? I don't care what anyone is saying. I'm not about to destroy getting this far because of some chick. You all remember, in the midst of the whole drama, this lady right here, all the evidence, all the proof, all the dates show that he was messing with her when he was messing with Porsha, when he was putting a ring on Porsha's finger. So he already cheated. But in Porsha's eyes, I didn't get this far to successfully copying my bestie Shamia's entire life to lose it all. And of course, I'm talking about surface level. I'm saying these images and lifestyle being copy paste, but we don't know the treatments behind the scenes and all of that and how the husbands are. So I'm just talking about just surface level. But back to the alleged side chick. If you think about it, already happened. But Porsha wasn't about to walk away from this man because he went and had some situation with this random girl right here. Porsha was like, I got the ring. I don't care. Some women do not want to admit that, even though Porsha had to admit that with Dennis because he did cheat. They went to counseling and all of that, okay? And it was confirmed that it wasn't just for a storyline. Those things did happen. So we shall see what the ongoing matter was before the whole immigration news broke. We should see what angle Porsha is going to take and if she's really going to be transparent and work for this peach and not come over here and pretending like nothing happened with a dry storyline. So we shall see. As far as her ex-husband Simon goes, after Porsha filed for divorce, of course, Simon posted this picture. You know, those people who wants to say they're unbothered, but they're really bothered. He posted this image smiling with his wedding ring still on, okay? I don't see them separated in real life. Supporters have hope. Ring still on. You and Porsha said chess, not checkers. I don't believe it. I know it's for legal matters. Protect the assets. Okay. This is what I call a business divorce. Since he's so entangled with immigration, assets needs to be protected. Okay. This could be an old picture. This isn't Simon's first divorce. He's been here before, a few times. So I'm not saying that Simon and Porsha can't work this out. But Simon and Porsha not being together, it's not shocking because Portia's been divorced before. Simon's been divorced a few times. So Porsha and Simon not being together is not a shocker. He was with Fallon for 1.5 years as well. As far as being married, they were together 5 years off and on, according to the both of them. I'm not saying there's no possibility of this being a storyline. I'm just saying, I don't know why people are behaving like this is this man's first marriage. The real supporters know what this is about. It's no trouble in paradise. It's a business move. I hate when people post unbothered pics because it really be given bothered. Simon also posted these images smiling. If you zoom in, let me zoom in for y'all. There's his hand. Simon took these pictures for the people in the comments talking about Porsha took these pictures. Stop playing. You see his glasses? Look at his glasses. That's his hand. Okay? And of course, this one someone else took because both hands are down. And then this one, it could be somebody else took it, or he put the phone down and took it himself. But as you can see, he posted these pictures and he listed his location as Atlanta, Georgia. But these pictures could be old, okay? He wrote, enthusiastically welcoming spring. Happy Saturday. So the first comment, it saddens me to hear about the divorce. I also think about the vows you both took, for better or for worse. The first test that came against your marriage, your wife ran to the divorce court. Respectfully, it makes one think that the marriage was a marriage of convenience and not love. Despite all of that, what about your children whose lives are blended as a family? No one thinks about how the children are affected in the end. Divorce is easy. Marriage is hard work. I wish you both the best in your lives ahead. Simon responded, respect, with a praying hand emoji. When Fallon did this interview, she did not get emotional when talking about her marriage. She did not get emotional talking about Simon. Did not get emotional talking about Simon being with Porsha. She only became emotional when she said, my kids. And she wasn't referring to her biological children only. She was referring to her children and Simon's kids. She was saying the boys and his little daughter, my kids, all of them. It's the fact that I won't get to see them anymore. It's the fact that our lives are now separated. And that made her cry, because she was their caregiver, their bonus mom, and everything when he would disappear. At one point, Fallon said Simon disappeared for 2 months, did not come back home, left her not only with her kids, because that's her responsibilities, but with his kids for 2 months allegedly. And that whole time, he was allegedly with Porsha doing God knows what. Okay, so the whole timeline about, oh, she cheated and got pregnant, so I left, were all lies. If you look at the dates, the facts, the proof, everything I provided on the Real Housewives of Atlanta playlist, go back and watch those videos. If you're new here, you will see that when they finally announced that they were separated, they were already done. They were not even living together, but they were getting cooked on social media. So how do we calm the public down? I'm going to say she cheated. I'm going to post videos from my security camera that shows nothing inappropriate happening. It just shows someone coming in the gates and leaving. But I'm going to say he was sneaking around, even though that man worked for the both of you and had access to your house and used to babysit your kids, and at one point lived in that very house. Hot mess. And when Simon used to disappear, he used to text Jalen and say, can you go to the house and be with Fallon and the kids because she feels, uneasy. Everything with the both of them happened fast. No one is a saint in this situation. He got engaged to Porsha too quick for anyone to believe that they were only messing around for a month. And then Fallon getting pregnant. But my point is the whole she cheated allegation, so that's why I left. That's not true, because he was the one doing his dirt and all of that. However, the kids, back to the person comments, okay? The kids are affected in all of this. The only reason why I even brought that part up is for the people who really believe that lying man's story and is going to say, well, she should have thought about that before cheating. That's not what happened. Simon had to find something to make the public ease up, okay, on him and Porsha. Now, back again to the kids. As you can see, Pilar has an amazing father, but Simon also been a father figure in her life, so she will absolutely be affected if this goes beyond a storyline and is real. If he disappears from her life, she will be concerned. What happened to Simon? Where is Simon? I mean, eventually she's going to move on and get over it, but I agree with that comment about the kids and blended family. However, never stay in something just for the kids, because trust me, when it's all said and done and the kids become of age, they will tell you, I wish you and mom got a divorce and not stay together for us because that house was a nightmare with the two of you always fighting. So regardless of the outcome, I do wish them the best. It's funny how he's posting every day and Porsha didn't even post a story, much less a post. They probably laughing at us every day while they both sleep together peacefully. It's the clout chasing. You ain't ever posted this much or smiling this much since news broke of divorce. These are his billboard ads. He's recruiting for the new open position. If this is all true TV trickery, yeah, silly. Why is Simon posting so much all of a sudden? I'm thinking the same thing. Regardless if this is a storyline or not, Porsha, perfect marriage. I'm coming back to show my wealth and how amazing I'm being treated has been rocked with a scandal. And the crazy part is, being engaged at that time to a married man was scandal enough. But Porsha just felt like, oh, you know what, we overcame that because Simon was able to put together a lie that worked with majority of the public, so we're good. But anyways, like I said, I wish them the best. And speaking of getting with a man who's still legally married, I'm laughing because, okay, this person wrote, wow, why would she abandon you? I am so sorry. You are in my prayers. If you need anything, all caps, please reach out. People are laughing because, according to Porsha, even though her story changed 150 times, she noticed that poor Simon was going through a lot. So she did exactly this. She sent him a DM like this. So that's the reason why this is funny to everyone. Like, not you pulling the Porsha on Porsha, okay? That girl was like, oh. And then the story changed to, remember, it was Dennis introduced me to Simon because they were going to be business partners. Then it was Shamia set us up. Then it was, oh, I sent him a DM. Girl, rehearse your lies because which one is it? Che, hot mess. As far as immigration goes, Simon posted these two images right here with Grateful by DJ Khaled playing. And he wrote, in the last 17 years, grateful for the opportunity to be able to grow our businesses, which in turn keep employing and feeding more American families and fueling the American economy. That's the real American dream. When you bless others with opportunities, you can feed the whole block. A crime is a crime. And you should know better at your grown age. Now, the things you did years ago, decades ago, I get it. People change and all of that. But you recently committed a new crime, trying to become a citizen under your illegal name and paperwork. So when you know better, you do better, but you're still not doing better. So thank you for employing people and all of that, but you committed a crime, Simon. I do hope everything works out for your sake and for the sake of your children. And as I'm literally about to end this video, Porsha posted this. Thank you for your prayers and support. Broken heart emoji, praying hand emoji, PW. Sympathy, Porsha error activated. I'm going to have to do a separate video on this because it's clear and obvious that this video was all about Simon and I was at the end before this happened. So I just want you all to know that yes, I did see Porsha post and I will talk about it in more details in the next video. That being said, I'm going to leave you with the whole immigration nightmare and details for those of you who missed it. Wish all of you well and take care.
Then when Porsha got with Simon and, we were talking about it, and when I allegedly called Simon a scammer, when I allegedly talked about fraud, I was called a hater, bitter. You're not happy for Porsha and all of that. And come to find out, vindicated, I wasn't wrong. So let's get into these court documents. We're going to address him as Simon. But according to court documents, on August 11, 1982, Simon entered the United States, okay, but he overstayed his visitor visa. Then in 1985, he requested an adjustment to his status, and that adjustment application was denied. He was then declared deportable, which Simon voluntarily departed from the United States on December 28, 1985. He then re-entered the United States in June of 1986, and he overstayed his 6 months visitor visa again. And in September 1987, he was arrested for bank and credit card fraud and pleaded guilty to a felony offense. He was arrested in January 1989 for unauthorized use of a vehicle and again in May 1990 for fraud. Thereafter, the agency began removal proceedings. And this is a simple reaction. No one is celebrating in anyone's demise, okay? Kenya is on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Porsha is coming back with her husband. And this is some tea, okay? So let's continue. My goodness. Again, January 1991, Simon committed another felony offense, credit card fraud. In April 1991, an immigration judge held a hearing and ordered that Simon be deported. On March 4th, 1992, Simon was deported and physically removed from the United States, okay? Before his March 1992 removal, however, on October 24th, 1988, Simon used a different identity to seek temporary resident status under the Special Agricultural Worker Program known as SAW. He also did not include his criminal history on the SAW application. When his SAW application was approved, with these misrepresentations and omission, he was given a registered card as a temporary resident on July 25th, 1991. So for those of you who might be confused about the dates, how was he approved for something in 1988, but then he was going to be deported in March? Let's go back to the very first thing that I read. Simon entered the country in 1982, okay? Then he overstayed his visitor visa. In 1995, he attempted to adjust his status, but it was denied, okay? And then he voluntarily basically left the country because when his application was denied, he was declared deportable. So then he voluntarily left. And then he committed those crimes. After he re-entered the United States in June of 1986, okay? He overstayed his visitor visa by 6 months. And then in September 1987, he was arrested for bank and credit card fraud. He pleaded guilty to the felony offense, okay? And he was arrested again in January 1989, okay? So for those of you who are confused, when all of this was going on and his first time getting deported and all of that, when he came back and re-entered, that's when he filed under a fake name and got certain paperwork that he needed. But under his original name, he still had all of these crimes allegedly and all of these things going on. And the only reason why his documents were approved is because he provided fake information. So hopefully you follow me now. Let's continue. So remember, because of his lies and a fake name, he was given a registration card as a temporary resident, okay, on July 25th, 1991. A part of that immigration benefits and program, okay? Well, Simon's status under that program was then automatically converted from temporary to permanent resident status following the waiting period, okay? Simon received his permanent residency card on April 27, 1992, at 26 days after he had been deported under his other undisclosed identity. So for those of you who are looking for tea on Simon, well, if he's going by Simon, but his real name when he committed those crimes wasn't Simon, then that's why you couldn't find the mugshots, the tea, the paperwork, and all of that. And even in this document, they're listing undisclosed. So they're still not listing the name. And Simon felt like, you know what, it worked. So let me go ahead and push my luck and apply to become a citizen. And that's the thing, okay? You can do all of that and it might work for you for a while, but eventually it will catch up with you. So on December 22nd, 2016, when he applied under his second identity, it was denied, okay, because his temporary resident status was unlawfully granted. On December 31st, 2020, he filed again. And of course, at this point, you know the answer, it was denied again, okay? Simon's last filing is listed March of 2023, less than a year ago, and yeah, a hot mess. So he rushed and got married to Porsha, once again, who is another American citizen, in hopes maybe Porsha Williams, connections and things like that would help his status. But all of the lies and fraud and stealing allegedly and everything that he did to get the money that he now have allegedly, good luck to them. I normally focus on blessings. I don't use the word luck. But in this case, good luck. Now, on the screen, you are witnessing videos and images and different things from Dubai, okay? I'm going to leave these on the screen while I talk real quick. So for those of you who are like, what does that mean, V? Now, thank you so much for reading everything, but what does it mean? Simon is a legal immigrant, okay? And basically, he shouldn't even be in this country. He's only in this country because of using a fake identity. Once again, his recent attempt to basically get rid of this situation was in March of 2023. Okay, so less than a year ago. It's going to be a year next month. So basically, that's possibly the reason why he's been in Dubai a lot and other places, okay? That doesn't mean he can't come back here, but now that the information is out, if he does come back, he could get deported, okay?
You can get the rest of the information by clicking the link in the description below.
Once again, I'm wishing all of you well and take care. My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also, turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.